I think it's so important to continue to try, like you said. One thing that you did talk on was social anxiety just then. And I think that this is what comes down to the crux sometimes of loneliness, right? Is feeling socially anxious. And this is something that I feel like I hear people just throw it around. They're like, oh, I'm too socially anxious, or oh, that's going to hike my social anxiety. So I thought to myself, because I knew we were going to record this, let me actually look up what the term social anxiety means.
Okay.
Because what is this? Are we just saying something because we know Gen Zs, they love to coin something? We're guilty of it too. So when I looked it up, it said it's this intensive fear of being judged, watched, or humiliated persistently. I want to ask you this. Do you feel as though the way we're using the term social anxiety, how we talk about loneliness, is what I just said, the definition is?
No, because I think you build it up more in your own mind.
Right? So when I then looked into it, I said, it's actually more this phobia of socializing. We're not socially anxious. We don't have social anxiety. I think we're just scared of being in social situations. We're scared of being vulnerable. We're scared of rejection. So I'm wondering if we need to rework this narrative and really call it for what it is and not the fact that it's socially anxiety. And don't get me wrong, there is probably people who do feel socially anxious and have social anxiety. But I just calling myself out here, I use that term like it is, but I'm not socially anxious. I'm just got this phobia of, oh my God, I have to put my energy in. What percentage am I charged to today? Can I give it that much? And so I think it's funny because then I think about times where I get asked to do things. Something that I got really lucky with was this one friend that I had, and I look back and almost regret not taking advantage, but she would always want to invite me to certain things and where I didn't know people. And I'd always go, oh no, like all good, and make some sort of excuse like, oh thanks, that sounds so good. I've got this thing on. And the relief I felt from not going or canceling is just crazy because then we go back to saying, oh, but I feel so lonely and I feel like I don't have plans or I don't have anyone. But why do we have this relief in canceling and not going and rather just staying at home? And I don't know, I know we're quite different when it comes to these things. So I don't know if you feel similar or on the opposite end of the spectrum where you're like, yeah, what the hell's wrong with you? Why would you do that? But yeah, I don't know if you feel the same.
Yeah, I think it's normal to naturally feel anxious or scared of a situation that's unknown to you, right? And,
Mm.
you know, you look on social media all the time, and it's so common to hear somebody say, you grow when you're uncomfortable, which the essence of that is so true. And it's not until I've put myself out there and into new situations and experiences since moving to Brisbane that I've actually realized, okay, that is also true. You are putting it in your head, and meeting that expectation versus reality are two separate things. So, as a perfect example, I've done so many new sports, met new people through whatever social situation that I feel really comfortable being in them now. So,
Mm.
yesterday, I reached out to a Facebook group earlier in the week, and I wanted to play tennis on the weekends. Someone got back to me and said, "Hey, we run a social comp on Saturdays. If you're keen, come down." So that's what I did. And I remember rocking up, and when I relate to the first time I played touch footy, sitting in the car park, being so nervous, yesterday
Mhm.
I was full of confidence and excitement. I wanted to play tennis. I wanted to be there. I didn't know a single person. I'm not even that good at tennis. But I just knew I liked playing tennis. I'm so comfortable meeting new people that when I got out of the car and went into the clubhouse, hey, how you going? My name's James. I'm here for the social tennis day. Do you know who my teammate is? How does this format work? Everyone was so welcoming. Everyone was so happy to just be there themselves and introduce themselves to me. It was probably the best day I've had in so long.
Oh, that's so
So
good.
I encourage any listener out there who may be feeling like they are a little bit lonely or they're a little bit anxious. It's scary to do it initially, but when you do it so often and put yourself out there into new situations, you do become comfortable in the uncomfortable, and you'll actually be
Mm.
surprised at how much you'll grow.